There we go. Alright, let's make sure. Yep, that's good. That's good. Mic. Yep, that's good. Ah, I did it. I set everything up. I was up late setting everything up, so let's hope everything's fine. We're gonna put volume down here. Access that. I want to see if one thing works, so give me 1 second. Let me see. Or actually, I wonder if I can try it from here. Trying to find one thing. There it goes. So I set up a stream bot. Hopefully stuff works. I don't think it will though. I'll be honest, I don't really understand how this works. Who knows? I'll figure it out at some point, right? But in theory, whenever people subscribe and unsubscribe... Oh my god, welcome Hero Brian! An art stream today. Brandon! Oh my god, y'all are here on time! Unlike me, I started like a minute late and I was literally sitting at my computer 10 minutes before. I was like, oh man, I gotta make sure. Okay, I don't know if the stream element spot is working the way I thought it would. But, oh well. There's that. Yeah, ready for an art stream today? I set it up to where I could capture my iPad. I'm so excited. I'm gonna be working on emotes because I haven't been able to fit them into my schedule, so I'm like, oh, I really want to stream today. What should I stream? It's like, why don't I just use that as an excuse to work on other stuff? So, welcome in, welcome in. Okay, and let's go ahead and switch over. So as much as I like this song, I am looking into commissioning more songs because like the same one repeat over and over, it ain't it, not gonna lie. I love it so much, but I need more variance in my life. So we're gonna be switching over to this lo-fi generator and I hope I don't die of copyright. And let's get this art stream started. And I'm so prepared. I have water bottles in my room and everything. Aren't I a good streamer? Hi Antonio, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for coming on time, unlike me. As you can see, I have a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff. There we go. Okay, let's pick up where I left off. I have a lot of stuff to do and I'm hoping to get a couple finished. Like, this is the only one that I have finished so far because I haven't been able to... Oh, there it goes. I haven't been able to finish a lot of stuff. And even then it's not finished because I still gotta render it, but still. But I was listening to another one of your videos. Thank you, thank you. It means my setup is what is it, equal across all platforms, and that's good. Consistency is good, right? Alright, let's see. We'll leave the flats and then I'll go ahead and move on to this one. Okay. So yeah, kind of a chill stream today. I hope, yeah, the music should be good. It's not too loud, is it? But yeah, in theory, some of the stream stuff should be working better. So like if I get alerts now, in theory, it's supposed to work. I don't know if it does, but I set all that up the last time that I was on it. Hopefully it's not too laggy. I know it shows up a bit laggy on my screen. Let's see. Yep. Awesome. Awesome. But yeah. Okay. Cancel, and let's make sure I'm on the right layer. Yes, I'm doing a bad by... Well, okay, I'll do a good, and I'll paint on separate layers. I know I'm supposed to keep those separate. Yeah, enjoying your day off, if you got it off today. Yeah, I know I am. I woke up today and it felt so wrong, and I hate that. The capitalistic need of like, oh man, I'm not at work? That's strange. I feel so wrong today. Because I'm used to, whenever I wake up late, I'm like, oh, well, school, or weekend, but no, it's just nothing. I had the day off and I was like, oh. So of course I had to take advantage of it. But how's y'all days going? Y'all have a cookout to go to later or something? Doing anything fun? I'll be honest, I thought no one was gonna show up because people normally like celebrate, right? Like they go to cookouts and stuff. And so I was like, it'll probably be like a really empty stream, especially since it was like so last minute. But I mean, I had to take advantage of the day. I didn't want to be all lonely and stuff on my day off. No, because my dad still works, because my dad's in the food industry, like, y'all really need to look out for the food industry people because they have no day offs, because their day off, everyone's day off, everyone wants to go eat. And so if the food industry is out, they lose so much money, so they have to be in, and so it sucks. You look pretty, my friend. Oh, thank you, thank you. I tried. It took me like a week to come up with this design, and then I kept tweaking it and tweaking it, and then I was like, okay, yeah, I think I like it. My favorite part would probably have to be the dots under the eyes. If anyone has seen the movie Belle, that's where they came from. I like it so much. I love the design. I don't have freckles in real life. But I just think they're really neat, and so I wanted to add that as like a little pop, a little like, ooh, look, she has a cool little thing there. I wonder what that's about. So yeah, free lore tip on a day off that I'm just vibing and you came. You're welcome, you're welcome. Or congratulations, I guess. It's like a what is it? It's like a surprise. No, it's like a reward. That's what it is. Never feel more sleepy before. It suits you. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad it does. The worst thing that could have happened is I made a model and then people were like, that doesn't look right. That doesn't sound right. That would have been like, okay, I'll go back to the drawing board. I'll see you in like 2 more months. Oh my gosh. That's good though. Be sleepy. Enjoy the day off. It's one of the few times that society is like, okay, you could sleep. You could chill for today. It's fine. We won't be that mad. Albion! Oh my god! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit. Okay, wait. I'm not supposed to curse. Wait. Oh my god, I love your stuff so much. Bruh, like, okay, I had someone talk to me on Discord recently and they were like, yeah, Albion recommended you. And I was like, oh, the Albion? I love your stuff. Your laugh is so cute. I can't. Okay, I gotta calm down. Thank you for coming in. And I know you wanted to do an art stream recently with your iPad. I'm drawing right now on my iPad. Android AirDroid cast. Let me show you this one. So, oh yeah, no, it should be fine. AirDroid cast is what I'm using, and so it can be downloaded on iPad, and then you just download it on your computer and you can stream. But yeah, there's that. There's just... oh my god, I'm so happy. I literally thought about it, like, oh my god, what if Albion shows up? Because I have very little interactions on Twitter, so I saw you liked it. I was like, oh my god, that'd be so cool. So thank you for coming in. Thank you. Thank you. Not living you're my best friend. Year by year we stick together. For real, we'll be here for as long as we can. It's hard to stick with forever. Things change as we go on, but you know, the most we can do is really stick by what we know is the best for us at the moment, because we have to change along with life, otherwise life will completely leave us behind. So yeah. I will be with you as long as you're with me, for as much as we can. If we're both being not good for each other, then there has to be a time where we're able to put our foot down and say, hey, this isn't going so well. You know? You gotta look out for what's best. You can't have yourself drowning, because that's no bueno. Oh my god, y'all excited for the summer? The pools are opening up and stuff. I can't swim, so that changes nothing for me. My friend the other day was like, oh, the pools around my neighborhood are opening up. Do you want to come? And I'm like, oh, that sounds so fun, but I can't swim. So I probably shouldn't. She's like, oh, your parents didn't teach you how to swim? And it's like, well, I mean, to be fair, my mom can barely swim. And, I mean, my dad can, but he learned via the old school way of, let's just throw them into the river and then they'll do it. It'll be fine. Is it weird when I first make friends with people, the first thing that pops into my head is how long am I going to get to know them and be friends with them? Yeah. So, kind of crazy experience that, like, I love to think about very often. So I had this friend online, right? And we're still friends. Nothing happened to where we can't talk or whatever. But at one point we were hanging out, and this was in VR chat, right? VR chat online spaces are such a crazy thing. Because, like, it's just a bunch of random people online, and it feels like actual interactions, because it is. Technically, it is. You're just, like, talking through different platforms, but it is. And so one night, it was very late, and it was just me and him, and he was like, I'm so sad. And I'm like, oh, well, why? You know, I thought we were having fun. And he's like, yeah, no, I am, but I'm so sad because one day this moment will be over, and I'll only be able to look back at this moment. And I was like, what type of, are you okay? Do you want to talk about it? I didn't understand it at the time, because I was like, I was younger, you know? It didn't hit me, but nowadays I look back and I'm like, oh my god, I get it. I don't know, this is a crazy thing. I can't swim either. Yes, pool floaties, life jackets, they're our besties, because otherwise we would not be alive-sies. I was never taught how to swim. I just had to not drown. So funny thing, I can swim underwater, which isn't helpful when you're trying not to drown, because just you sink, the panic hits you. But I don't like that color. But you know, like floating, people are like, oh, well, just relax and you'll float, right? I can float, but I float with like upside down, so my head is underwater, and that kind of doesn't help because the whole point is not to drown. My head is just down, and no matter what I do, I'll try and like calmly flip myself over so that I'm facing up to breathe, and I'll slowly rotate back under. And it's just like, wow, life is just telling me I'm not suited for the water, even though I like love mermaids. It was like, oh, it'd be so cool to be a mermaid. Drown. I do wish we were told a lot of things that we know now. Yeah, some things we have to learn through life purely through experience, and then you just sit there thinking, wow, it would have been nice if I'd known how this would come out to before. Because like, we always want to be prepared, right? There's always, how to say it? We always wish that we had known before the fact, but some things, at least the way I see it, some things we only ever learn through experiencing it firsthand. Because I know, like, for example, toxic work environments and stuff, it's something that I didn't understand until I went through it, and then I'm like, oh wow, people can really be like this. And some people, they will like really surprise you with how they can be, because you think surely people can't be that bad. I mean, come on, we're people, right? We're all people in the end. But some people just don't see it that way, and people will always see things differently. And so learning that, I feel like that in itself, people will see things differently no matter what arguments you make, no matter how related y'all can be. We will always not really see eye to eye. Some things will come to basic understanding with each other, but not everything. And so that is one of those learning moments that sucks to go through in real life, but I mean, you have to in order to really get it to stick. In my experience, it was more so I could help people better. Yeah, same. All the things that I've ever said, like all the advice that I've given, the whole reason that I started making content was because my little siblings, whenever they go through life and, you know, they tell me about their problems, I kind of like try to relate to their experience by telling them my experience too, and give them advice as to how I moved on it, or how I proceeded, you know, just to kind of help them. Because I know whenever I went through it, I didn't have that. The most I would have is people telling me, oh, well, I went through this, I had it worse. Which, I get where they're trying to come from, saying that, like, well, you know, it could be worse, but that doesn't help you in that moment. And knowing that I could be that person for my siblings, to be like, I know what you mean, and just because I went through something different, it doesn't matter if it's worse or not, we still have like similar feelings, and that's the point. And so I wanted to be that for more people, because it would be really cool if more people had access to that. I mean, not to say that my siblings are lucky, but I feel like they're kind of lucky sometimes that, like, I'm trying, you know, I'm trying for them. And so the thought that I could help people like that I don't even know, I don't know, that kind of impact, it hits me where it hurts, and it's something that kind of makes me want to try no matter how hard it is. Serena. When you said Serena, I thought of Selena, like Selena Quintanilla. And I don't know. Maybe I'm just like a little too obsessed with her, but I fucking love her music. I was like, como la flor, con tanto amor, me diste tú. Ooh, the ADHD is taking over. Gotta focus. My older brother was like that for me. Yeah, it's nice whenever we have siblings that like try to understand. I know I have an older brother, and there's some things that we really don't see eye to eye on, right? No matter how close you are with a person, there will definitely always be times where you truly do not see eye to eye with them. But 9 times out of 10, when you're close to that person, they want what's best for you. And that's how you know when they're a good person. If they still want what's best for you, regardless of how y'all see things differently, that's when you'll know, oh, this is actually a good person. And so he couldn't provide that for me a lot in life, but it was because he was going through his own things. And so I understand that, but there's a part of me that was like, damn, I wish, you know, I could have gotten this from someone else. But learning from that mistake, or not really mistake, but that, like, it would have been nice to have had from him, and implementing that into my life and how I interact with other people. That's what I feel is important. And just people like that are so nice, aren't they? I don't know, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm a great person, but it's when you can fill that role, fill it, because people need it. No matter what, no matter how life ends up, people will always need that role. Yep, because there's always a teacher for every skill. And if there are no teachers, no one can have that skill. Yeah. Yep, yep. Yep, yep. Let's change that. There we go. This music is so cute. Oh, by the way, the music is coming off of Lo-Fi Generator, which the copyright information is like, oh, where is it? Licensing. You can use modified music from this site basically for any purpose. It includes like for live streams and stuff. You don't have to credit or even mention lofigenerator.com unless you're just redistributing the music unaltered. But yeah, so basically that's where it's coming from. It's hopefully the copyright won't come and bonk me, but yeah, I found it a while ago and I was like, oh, actually I like this stuff. I like lo-fi. It's just such a chill thing to vibe to. That and like lo-fi version or instrumentals of like Vocaloid. Vocaloid music, I love that. And like, have you ever heard what's it called? Like Heart Forecast by Eve, but the piano cover? Oh my god, I literally have that in my playlist and I listen to it while I drive. It's the best thing ever. I don't care what anyone says, it's amazing and I love it. There we go. I know these gaps won't be seen whenever I export this, but I could see it, so I'm gonna fix it because it bothers me, and if it bothers me so much, then I can fix it. There we go. I think that's a funny thing about art. No matter what artist they are, they will always struggle with like, oh, I'm looking at it too much. I gotta zoom out. And I feel like, honestly, it's the same thing with life, isn't it? We always look at the smaller things because we can see it, we notice it, so therefore we should fix it. But not everything really needs to be fixed, or even be fixed that good, because sometimes it just doesn't bother people, so don't put yourself out on fixing the little things. Because if I'm being honest with myself, this gap, no one's gonna notice it. But I noticed it. But whenever I export it, no one else will. So I can if I want to, but I don't gotta break my Apple Pencil to do it either. Oh man, these colors look so different on my iPad. Gotta love the different RGB values on different platforms. Isn't it amazing? Oh man. It's such a pretty day outside. Like, it's so sunny. It's way too sunny here, but it's still pretty. I don't know. I guess I just miss being outside more. Not that I can't go outside, it's just I feel like I have hardly any time because there's a bunch of other stuff that I want to do. And so if I really want to go outside, I have to figure out what to not do. And that's what's hard. If you leave it alone, I will know we won't make fun of you for not the toxic perfectionism. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, it's... You can fix it. I mean, honestly, people will praise you for it whenever they see it and they're like, wow, there's no gaps in this art. But it's really not that big of a deal. Let's see. So we'll go here. How should I do highlights? I've always been really bad with hair highlights. The most I usually do is like this or something, which looks fine, but I don't know. It's not what like the other artists that I've seen do that look very pretty. Oh, I think I ruined a stroke or something. Yeah, crap. I should really get my glove out. That's the one thing that I messed up on. Oh, but it's in my bag and I don't even know where my bag is. Dang it, this color is wrong too. Maybe this one? Go. Please, if you want to defeat me. Where'd it go? Oh. Oh, it's gone. Am I tweaking? I think it was, if you wish to defeat me, you must train for another 2,000 years. Oh man, I miss Technoblade. Oh, I wonder if the stream alerts work. Wait, hold on. I actually want to try something, because there's something cool that I made. I think I set up the stream alerts correctly, but I could be very, very wrong. So let's see. If I... How do I do it? There's no way to unsubscribe from something, is there? Go, let's unsubscribe. There we go. Gotta love doing that on my alt. Wonder if it'll... Come on, come on. I don't think it works. Dang it. Stream elements and stuff like that is hard. I don't know what I did wrong. Let's see. Yes, I am getting distracted, but honestly, like a good 70% of me deciding to stream today was because I was like, oh, well, I really want to try this, but I don't want to be lame and be like, guys, come check if it works. The other day I was cooking chicken and I threw paprika into the mix, and when I told a friend that I seasoned chicken with paprika, I spelled paprika as paprika and was wondering why it was wrong. I feel you. For like the first time that I did that, like as in came up with this username, it was because it was on a VR chat account, right? Why did I say it like that, right? And I genuinely thought that's how you spelled paprika because it looks funny spelled with an A. But no, I'm just goofy and can't spell. Oh man. Let's see, streaming tools, overlays. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can figure out why it's not working. I don't think I'll be able to. Let's see. How do alerts work?
My people!
Okay, well, that's
Smoker
fake.
subscribe to the channel, born too late to explore the earth, born too early to explore the universe, born perfectly to explore dank memes.
I feel rude talking over things even if it's AI voices, but that's what it's supposed to be. But I guess it doesn't work. Maybe it's just like only made for Twitch and stuff. But it's weird because it says it's supposed to work for YouTube. Oh well. It is what it is. I'll have to look more into it and see why it don't work. Oh well. Let's see. Oh, I was in the middle of doing that highlight. Maybe I should up the size a little more. There we go. Oh my god. Was that ear alert? Yeah, it was. It wasn't too loud, was it? That's what I'm worried about. I'm hoping that it's like not super loud or anything. But yeah, it's I thought it was really funny. That's one of my favorite videos. Why people must hurry for in the village. Oh my god. But yeah, I thought it would be really cute to add that. Maybe not fitting of the brand of like very lo-fi and chill, but it's what I like and that's what I'm gonna do. It was pretty okay. Let me go and fix that then. Cause that's no bueno. Where is it? There we go. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if you're wearing headphones. Was not supposed to be that loud. Okay, considering that's that. I mean, in theory, if I make it lower. I like want to try it again to see like, did I fix it? But what if it's like even louder or something? Gotta love that fear of failure. It's all good. What do y'all think? Is it okay with y'all if I try it again? Because I guess that's the one who's affecting the most. Because I can just take my headphones off. It's not that big of a deal. Is it okay with y'all? I don't want to hear past y'all on accident without your permission. There we go. Gotta love being zoomed in. Go. I'm gonna have to watch so many more tutorials on how to properly set up stream elements. Because it says, you know, it's connected, it's ready to go. And it sets it off and everything. But I don't know if it works. As long as it's not the panic take my headphones off loud. Now in theory, I made it quieter in OBS, so in theory it would pick it up less. but I'm not really sure if that's how that works. Actually, you know what it might have been? I don't know if this will work. No, because that shouldn't be where it plays it. I can't do that. I'm trying to think. I mean, in theory. Okay, let's do one that's supposed to be less loud. Let's see. I don't remember how to navigate this. No. No, wait. Volume control with alerts is always weird. Okay, I'm glad I wasn't just bad at it. Because, you know, on the videos, they're just like, yeah, it's very quick, very easy to set up. It's like a 3-minute tutorial, and you're like, oh, wow, this is easy. And then you do it, and it's like, nope, no work. Nope, no connection. What do you mean you wanted it to be good? Oh, that's what happened. It was, the box was too long. Oh, oh. Panic clicking. Amazing. Immaculate, even. Let's do... okay. Let's do this one. That's just like a basic thing. Please don't be too loud. Oh, you know what was also... Okay. Let me make sure... This is not what I'm supposed to be doing, but bear with me. Let's see. No, in theory, it shouldn't be that loud. Yeah, because they're all like the same. Okay. Okay, let's hope for the best. Earphone users, take your earphones off, please. I don't want to hurt you. Okay, starting in 3. No, let's start with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
My people! Dolores, subscribe to the channel. Born too late to explore the earth. Born too early to explore the universe. Born perfectly to explore dank memes.
I'm glad you love Scuff streams because there's a learning curve with streaming, I swear. Oh my gosh. Was that okay? Was that volume okay? Can I get a... It was actually quite horrible in the chat. Let's see. I don't really know what I'm doing with these. I don't like them. There we go. And now there's a new legend. It was a little too quiet. No, I went the opposite direction. Okay. I'll put it... Let's see, what's... Music is at 27:16. Okay, I'm doing that wrong. It's quieter than the background music. 40, 35. Yeah, yeah. Music, okay. Okay, there. In theory, it should be set. Now, it still doesn't work. So regardless of if I get the volume control good. Testing again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off!
My people! Adora, subscribe to the channel. Howdy, my name is Bill.
There we go. Hopefully that is better. It's probably not like as loud as it should be, but take 3. Exactly. Oh, nope. Nope, not what I want to do. There it goes. I don't even know what I want to do for these highlights. And let's just... Sounds good. Let's go! We did it! Now, eventually... Oh, you're right. I should save that. Whatever I did. In theory, it should be set up. Let's see. Reset session, reload overlays. Let's just reload them just in case. It is attached, or connected, I should say. But, who knows? Yeah, let's close this. Yeah. I don't know. I'll figure it out at some point, and hopefully I'll get these. Oh, I undid something again. Oh my god, I did. Oh my god. Okay. I really gotta get that drawing glove. Or something. Yeah, because otherwise I'm gonna keep undoing stuff. I have no idea where my bag is. It's fine, it's fine. I'll go get it in a little bit. After I've undid like half of the progress that I've made, if any, has been made. Oh man. This music is so nice. I wonder how they generated it. Is it really generated, or is it just like a playlist of random stuff? That's what the real question is. So originally I was gonna get like Spud Tablet going, and Spud Tablet is basically that that little application that some VTubers have where they draw, and you can see I was moving my hand, like if y'all can see my hand. They draw and you can see like the hand or whatever. That like it actually looks like they're drawing, right? And it's super cool, and I've always wanted to use that. Like literally I had it saved since before I actually was considering content creation. So I was like, that would be so cool to do in the future or something. Not too big. And let's warp it. Not like that. So, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I had it working and everything, and I have it set up, but because I'm using the iPad, because all of my files are on iPad. Yeah, Spud Tablet, isn't it neat? And they like created the controller one too. That same creator that made Spud Tablet, but I had it set up and it works and everything. It's just because I'm using the iPad, it uses like cursor tracking, so it tracks like your mouse and stuff. But since I'm using the iPad doesn't have cursor tracking or like tracker cursor positioning, and so it won't work with the iPad, specifically only Spud Tablet. I don't know if there's any other ones, but like because of how Spud Tablet works, it wouldn't grab it. And so I would have had to actually use my drawing tablet, which I could have done, but I wasn't sure what exactly I was going to work on. So I was just like, yeah, I'll just use my iPad since I already had that set up. Actually, that's a lie. I set up the tablet after the Spud Tablet. Because I had to let my iPad charge because I was having my brother work on it. You know what, as a thanks, yeah, I'll show you something really neat that hasn't been announced anywhere else. So for this, I feel like you need to get some context. So on TikTok, right? 700, I got to 700. I was doing a celebration for like past 100, so it was like 140 at the time. So 14 people were gonna get a really cool prize, right? And that's still ongoing, by the way, if you can find it. I don't want to be unfair and give you all the hint, but I'll give you all the resources everyone else has. It's a video, both on my TikTok and on YouTube, and it's like, are you following me on TikTok? And then from there it gives you hints, and then there's another hint video about a tree that everyone has access to, and you need to climb to get it, but you don't physically have to climb, and everyone can climb it regardless of how physically active they are. And so like there's a really cool thing there, so if you find it, awesome. But this, right? I wanted to celebrate y'all, but I don't know how to refer to y'all. And so I'm having my brother, who is also a digital artist, they're making a little mascot, and isn't it adorable? And then, right, this one just came about like accidentally, because that's the creative process, right? They were testing out different designs, and they also came out with let me hide these layers. Go concepts. And that one, if I ever do collab someday, I want to make that one into like an actual reactive PNG for collabs. So it'll, because it's like I'm a maned wolf, right? But I'm kind of not that good at being a maned wolf, because they're supposed to be like tall and lanky and have a really cool mane, and I have a really small mane and I'm not tall. And so, you know, just I'm still trying, and so that's what my character is all about. And so that's I felt like that was a really cute representation of it. So there's that little spoiler for y'all for as a thank you for coming in. And then there's something else. It was just no context, but eventually it'll be implemented when I get stuff working. But yeah, there's that. Shh, don't tell anyone. Let's see. I know what you're talking about. Have you seen AFMAL videos? My little siblings used to watch AFMAL. I never really got into it. I wish I'm able to find it. Oh, here's a little hint. Somewhere everyone can access that I know of, that possibly I'm in control of, so maybe where you'd find information about me, mayhaps. I don't want to say anything, I don't want to give too much away. But maybe where like info would be about me. And it's a tree, so maybe like something like that. That's all I could say. I don't want to be biased and be like, oh, because you showed up, you get the prize, even though, I mean, it would totally be valid. But yeah, I think that's all I can say without just being like, you know what, just go look at this. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm also trying to figure out what to do for 700, because I've been, ever since 200, I was like, oh, I need to do something for 200, and then I was trying to think about what, and then 300 came, and then 400 came, and I was like, now I really need to do something about this, and then 500 came, and then 600 came, and I'm like, well, luckily it's starting to slow down, so I won't get to 700. I'll probably release something before 700. Now we're at 700, and I'm like, oh, no. I missed the mark by so much already. And honestly, I don't even know what to do, because like with the thing that I'm doing now, maybe it's a little too try-hardy. Maybe that's my issue. But okay, gotta make sure I'm on an erasable layer. But it's I want to make something that everyone will like, or not everyone, but like most will like, right? Because I know trying to please everyone is a fool's task. But yeah, why not just wait until 1K? That's what I'm thinking about, low-key, because like that's one, a bigger milestone, and two, it's I mean, at this rate, I'll be able to like celebrate that faster than I'd be able to actually celebrate that. But it's because I didn't expect to get that far. Whenever I got to 200, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stay here for a little bit. And whenever I got to 300, I was like, oh, well, you know, this is gonna last a while. And then it just keeps going, and it makes me happy. I do genuinely want to celebrate it. Every time that I hit like a new milestone, I just kind of sit there on the TikTok page for a little, like, oh wow. And don't think I'm blind. On YouTube, we're at like 70 already. We're not that far from 100. That's cool. 70 different people were like, oh, she's cute, or oh, she's neat, or oh, I like her voice. Subscribe. That's not something that I felt I was able to achieve, if I'm being 100% honest. And so the fact that I'm making any type of progress, I mean, it's impressive to me. It really is. Because in my head, that wasn't supposed to happen. Don't forget us when you're famous. How could I possibly forget it? The people that show up before me, that's impressive. I don't know. It's just, I didn't expect it, because I've seen so many like videos where it's like, yeah, you know, being like, content creation is hard, you really gotta keep yourself to it. And I'm not saying like those are wrong, because they're not. It is hard. There are days where I'm like, what if I just don't post a video? And there will be times where I talk to like my siblings and stuff, and they're like, well, you know, just one day wouldn't hurt. And here's the thing, I feel it's important whenever you're pursuing anything to really know yourself better than anything else, because you're gonna be the one at the forefront of that mission. I know how I am, and I know how easy it is for me to say, oh, I'll finish this tomorrow, and then never pick it up again. I used to play a, is it a gacha game? Yeah, I guess it's a gacha game. Obey Me, right? And I love that game. For like over a year, I was playing it every day. Like literally every day. And it was fun for me. And one day, I was like, I'm gonna take a small break from it, because I was getting a little burnt out. So I was like, I'm gonna take a small break from it, and I'll uninstall it to make sure that I don't, you know, like fall back into the same thing. And I'll in a week, I'll reinstall it. It's been like 2 years since I said that. I've been at a streak where I go live, and today was day 60. And at day 30, I said I was gonna stop day after day. See, it's like, it's rewarding in itself, isn't it? Like, to prove to yourself that, hey, I can do this. It's, I don't know, part of it is like self-validation, I guess, knowing that I can achieve this. because as much as I am doing this to prove to people that, hey, if you really wanted to, you can do it. Because people say that a lot, but it's easy to go, well, you're not like me, you know? 2 years, yeah, no, time really does fly. I was like, oh, well, you know, I'm a little bit busy today, so I'll install it tomorrow. There's been a lot of tomorrows since I said I was gonna reinstall it. But it's so, what is it? It's partially proving to me, because when I was younger, I didn't think I was gonna live for that long, and there was no health concerns or any like actual reason. I was just like, well, people die every day, and it is a little bit of a heavy topic, so I guess like trigger warning now. You know, if you don't like death and stuff like that, please exit the stream for a while, because like this is a little bit of a heavy topic. I didn't think I was gonna live for long, because people die very often, die a lot. You see everywhere in the news, and people kind of put this in your head that like any little thing, just one bad day and you can die. And I still think about that from day to day, and it's kind of scary now because I feel like I have something to live for now. Not that like I was on the verge of, you know, doing anything, but just that before it was just kind of, well, I'm alive because other people want me to be, but now I genuinely do want to stick around for a while. I want to see how far this can go. I mean, if I'm being honest, you know, maybe a little bit of a bad, or not bad, but you know, just every other content creator, I want to do this full time one day. One day soon, hopefully, because I don't like my job anymore. But not just because of that. This genuinely makes me happy, and that's something that I haven't found in a while. And when I do, it's usually not that rewarding, or very hard to get a reward out of. And so I didn't think I was gonna live very long, and so since I haven't, you know, not been alive yet, you know, I haven't ceased to exist yet, I'm like, well, I gotta make the most of my existence for now. And so I started doing this, and it's you know, it's getting traction, and that's crazy to me, because it just kind of started as like, well, you know, you complain so much about not doing stuff you like, then do something you like and see what happens. And it's kind of like a Uno reverse almost. The phrase "wrong place, wrong time" used to scare me. Yeah, it's scary. Sometimes I'll be like riding in a car or something, and I don't know, whether it's just a gloomy environment or whatever, I'll just think I'm just one bad day away. We're all just one bad day away. And it is scary. But the important thing to always note is that, like, we don't know when that day will come. So the most we can do is live like that day will never come. Because if we live in fear of every day being that day, how will we ever, you know, enjoy the days that aren't that day? I don't know, kind of, I don't know if that made sense or not. But yeah, there's that. I'm like proving to myself that I can do it if I really want to, and part of me is still waiting for me to like wake up from a dream or something. It's sometimes I feel like it's honestly not real, and I know, you know, like numbers are just kind of smoke and mirrors, but there are people holding up those mirrors. There are people blowing that smoke. There are people behind the screens, and that's what I do it for. That's what makes me excited, that there are genuine people out there. And I don't know, I just think that's neat. You know, the little Marge potato, Marge from The Simpsons. I'm here, fan. Good. Let's all try and be here for each other as much as we can. Because, well, we can't solve every problem in the world. The most we can do is bring comfort to others, whether that be by existing or by doing something. I don't know what I mean by something, but, you know, sometimes people get comfort from random things. Like those people that wave to people that drive by, like just like good morning, and you know, they do a little wave. Those people bring comfort to me. I don't know them, I've never talked to those people, and they give me a little bit of anxiety, because I'm like, oh man, I need to say hi back or something. I need to talk to them one day. But they just bring comfort to me just by existing, just by waving. Isn't that, I don't know, it's cute. A lot of things feel unreal and all dreamlike. Yep. There are days where I genuinely feel like, whoa, and I do not feel like a real person. But, oh, I'm choosing the wrong color. But it's exciting and you realize, well, as far as I know, this day is real. And so I have to treat it like it will be real for as long as I know, because there's not really another way to go about it. There we go. I hope these... I don't really know if this is like very good lighting. I don't think it is. Actually, I don't like it at all. I love art. Wait, these are... Okay, these are on separate layers, so I could easily just... Go ahead and add that back in, and then I'll just erase what I don't like. Hola. Hi, X-Godzilla12! You've been here before, right? I know I recognize your name. I don't know where, but I think you came to the VR stream? I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I have terrible memory, but welcome back. Just a chill art stream today because I didn't want to be lonely on my day off. But I also wanted to test alerts, but the alerts are broken. I don't know why. I thought I followed the tutorial correctly, but I didn't. So, oh well. But yeah, hope you enjoy. Very chill stream today. Yes. Aha! My memory. I feel like ever since... I don't know what's changed. Either the job that I'm working, because that does require me to have a little bit of, like, memory capacity on me. Or just this, because, like, the consistency of it. I feel like my memory's gotten better, and I'm proud of myself, because working on memory is hard. I know they say, like, oh, play memory games and stuff, but that doesn't work for me. And then the only way that I learn stuff is by being very consistent about it. I know where these highlights go. I think that's where I tried it last time, so we'll see how this ends up. I was here when you took us with you to work. Yeah, smuggled you in the bag, you know, assistant directing employees or something like that. But, you know, I had to show y'all. I need to be fun. Nah, I'm joking. I didn't smuggle y'all, and it was totally a company event, company-wide event. You just couldn't see everyone else because everybody likes to stay in their own cubicle. Oh, man. Yeah, it was funny after that stream. So is that okay to say online? Let me think. Yeah, as long as I don't give away too much information. There was kind of something going on at work, and so I kind of had to handle it after hours. But I knew I was going to stream, and I was like, well, I don't want them contacting me during the stream because that would be embarrassing. So I had to, like, schedule a message to be sent after I was finished streaming. And I had my phone on silent, which I'm lucky for, because I did get a phone call like 2 minutes after I sent that text. And I would not have been in a very good capacity to handle very business stuff after that stream, because I did not have any water. And I don't know if y'all heard, I got kind of out of breath at the end of the stream. Oh man, I am not physically fit. I go to a dance class, you know, I'm working on it, but in the meantime, I mean, y'all can hear me in my videos sometimes. I get winded just from talking, and I don't think that's healthy. I should probably get it checked out, but once I get insurance, I'll get it checked out, because doctors are expensive, and I don't know which one to go to, and it's a lot of stress. So I swear I'll get it checked out, just eventually. Man, I'm about as bad as my dad. My dad has back problems, and he's like, I'll get it checked out, don't worry, now's not a good time, or, oh, well, I can't really afford it right now. And it's just like, Dad, you're hurting yourself. I need to take my own advice. Paprika, you're hurting yourself, please. Get that checked out. I'm just like, maybe I'm a little scared that it will be something, and then I have to, like, actually worry about stuff. Oh, man. I think that's okay. I think I can make this a little bigger to exaggerate the highlight. I love art so much. I want to be a designer. Yo, if anyone knows anyone like looking for a 2D illustrative artist or something, feel free to send them my way. Like, I want to do something more related to art, and right now I'm working as basically a receptionist. Oh, you do? Nice, nice. I'm gonna have to check out your content soon. But they, I mean, it's alright, but it's like nothing at all related to what I want to do. And so the days where it's hard to come into work, it's really hard because I know that I'm not even gonna get close to what I adore. Like, at least if I was a receptionist of an art school or something, then, you know, sometimes they might send me out for, hey, we need to go buy some more paints or something, and then I could get like a quick trip to the art store, and that'll be amusing for me at the very least. But no, completely unrelated field. I'm the only thing slightly related is just like I'm basically the tech person now. I'm not the IT person because we have a person for that, and it's good because I'm not. I'm okay. I'm tech. What's it called? Not linguistic. Linguist. What's it called? Whenever you're. I'm tech fluent, I guess. I know a lot of things and how they work, but I'm not sure how to fix them when they break. Especially stuff like networks and stuff. Firewalls, I understand the basics of it, but nothing too complicated. So I wouldn't be able to do that job unless I got proper training. But do I really need that highlighted? I mean, it wouldn't hurt, but something definitely a little more lighter would work better. Yeah, that's better. But yeah, I just want to change a career already. The people there are nice, and I feel really bad whenever I'm like, I don't want to work this job anymore. But I know it's not good for me to stay in the long term. There's stuff that worries me about people who have been there long term, and what that can mean for people who decide to stay there in the long run. And that's why I need to get going and get back on track of where I know I want to end up. Whether that be content creation or something creative. So yeah, never forget what you originally want to pursue and what gives you hope for getting through the day, because man, it can't be undervalued. Wouldn't it be nice if everyone went to jobs and we're all like, yeah, I like doing this. I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's a little naive to say, but I feel like the world would be a little bit better, because at the very least you wouldn't get people like, I don't want to help you because I don't want to be here. And like, no shade to them or anything. I mean, I get it sometimes. Sometimes I'm just like, man, please no one come in today. But I feel like we would all be happy if we could just do the jobs that we actually had a passion for. But yeah, you need qualifications and experience and entry-level positions, and when you do get lucky, usually it's because there's a reason that the role is open, so you can't just find a nice job unless you know a ton of people. And even then, it's hard. Yep. Life is difficult. Who would have guessed? But at least we have some pretty moments, right? I think that's the main good thing about life. There can be days where you go outside and the wind is just right, and the breeze is blowing, and it's nice, and it's not too hot, not too cold, and you picked out the right time to go outside in shorts, or the right time to not bring your jacket, and it just feels amazing. I don't know. I don't know, maybe I'm just being a little too silly goofy right now, but those moments make me feel like maybe living isn't so bad. I know I'm not in the best place right now, but I'm living, and that's okay for right now. This music is really putting me in a very, like, contemplative mood. Oh man, I'm glad I'm not alone though. I can go down some very, like, dark rabbit holes and contemplate existence just a little too much sometimes whenever I listen to lo-fi. That's why I gotta listen to lo-fi with lyrics and stuff whenever I'm alone. Man, some of this stuff. Have you ever listened to Kai Dreams? Highly recommend him if you haven't. Oh my god, his stuff is amazing. There's this one song that I'm gonna make a video about, like at some point later this week. But man, it's so good. Specifically his song Far Away, right? There's this one piece, and I guess I'll go ahead and tell y'all now, right? Because it's fine. There's a piece, and it's like, I'll listen to some free advice, probably heard it before. I guess it's not about the how, but getting out of the door, right? And the thing is, I've been listening to his music for a while now. And that piece, I never really understood, just because like I couldn't really hear it that much. And I didn't think too much into it, right? And one day I was driving, and this happened like very recently. I was driving and I heard it, and I was like, I finally understood what he said, like word-wise, right? I didn't comprehend it. It's okay to have these kinds of real talk. That's good, that's good. I'm glad. I don't want to put y'all out by thinking too hard. But like I said before, at one point, it would be nice if y'all left my content being a little more self-aware, because that's not a bad skill to have. And if I help nurture that skill, that's great. I'm winning. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I guess, what is it? I guess I'll listen to some free advice. Probably heard it before. I guess it's not about the how of getting out of the door, right? And I understood what the word said, and I was like, okay, so what do they mean? I love songs that have like good lyrics in terms of meaning and stuff, especially whenever I can relate to them. And it clicked. Oh my god, and I got like flashbacks. Picture it like a very anime-esque scene. Flashbacks of like all those how to be a VTuber videos, and like how to create content, and how to start a YouTube channel, and how to do this, how to do that. So many how-tos, right? And at some points, the advice is all the same. It says, you know, oh, well, decide which model, oh, decide which platform, implement this, implement that, find a bot, find a theme, you know, do this, do that, go onto this site, look at these analytics, and at some point all the advice is the same, and you're like, wow, nothing new from this one. This is literally the same thing that I've heard before. But when that happens, you gotta think for a second. How much advice have I listened to? And how much of it have I actually done? Because the amount of how-to videos that I watched before actually creating anything, and mainly because I was too scared of making something and it being bad. So I would put off the actual creative process and be like, oh, well, you know, I'm just gonna wait a bit. I'm not ready for it yet. First, I need to figure out all the how-tos, right? I need to know a very in-depth guide on how to actually start it, so that whenever I do start it, I'm not horrible at it. And that's not true, and that's exactly what this scene was saying. This like specific part of the lyrics, you know, get some free advice, probably heard it before, and then he says, I guess it's not about the how, but getting out of the door. And like, I don't know, it clicks because like, yeah, I can watch so many different how-to videos on how to make this, how to do that, how to think about this, how to change your perspective, how to grow followers. I can watch so many of those, but that will mean literally nothing if I don't ever start. And I was like, oh my god, if only I'd realized this like months before, I could have already had like a much older platform. But no, I was like, I have to know everything. And I guess I got lucky because I was finally frustrated with myself, and I thought, I'm just gonna start. And you know, people, regardless of how good they start, they always spend that period of time where they're like not known, where they're streaming to no one. You know, I know that's a very common thing. So why don't I just go ahead and get that time out of the way? I'll learn as I go. And that's what all content creators say. They said, oh, you know, I just kind of learned on the fly. It's something that you learn through experience. So why not trust them for a second and just start? And here I am now, without that type of, you know, like kick in the head. And if I'd heard those lyrics earlier, maybe I could have started earlier. But I don't know, I'm getting this to y'all because it's something that I fall into a lot. I'm thinking, how do I make this? How do I do this? Give me a step-by-step guide. I need a full Wikipedia with pictures. But no matter what I learn, if it's never implemented, it literally means nothing. And I feel like that's something that everybody falls into. It's so common to hear, you know, like, oh, I never really knew until I started. I never really figured this out until I started. It's something that you learn on the go. It's something that you can only understand when you go through it. And I don't know, it's just, it's great. I love it. Immaculate. Felt that. I'm glad. It's definitely recommend that song. Again, it's Far Away from Kai Dreams. Great song. Really, really great song. There we go. Okay, and let's zoom in here. Technically, those highlights don't go there. I don't know if there's still a highlight there. We'll put these highlights, I don't know, I guess like right here, and hope for the best. There we go. Oh man, this music. Let's see if I can figure out what instrument that is. It sounds kind of like marimba. You ever heard marimbas? Those are fun. I used to do percussion back in middle school, and I love the sound of those, and it sounds like they're doing the multi-stick thing. And so what that is like, look at your hands and then make them into fists with the palm of your hands facing away from you. Now imagine like Wolverine claws, right? But instead of claws, you're holding something in between your fingers, and you have 2 sticks in each hand, right? 2 mallets. And so you have 4 sticks in total between both hands. And then you're playing the marimba. That's what the 4-stick hold is. Very impressive. I never learned it because I left band before they actually taught it to us. But that's what it sounds like, and it's just about as impressive as it sounds, because like I could never. Yeah, I was about to say they sound like marimbas, right? Like, because it's so distinct, because it's like got this like very earthy, soft and smooth vibe to it, but also like it rings and it's nice. Those and the glockenspiel, or the, what's it called, bells, but they're not bells. Because, you know, bells are like the tingy tingy tingy, like the little handheld thingy, and that's not what they are. Glockenspiels are in fact like exactly like a xylophone, except it's not a xylophone. Isn't that weird? It's like metal and it sounds way different. I can actually say that, even though it looks exactly like you would imagine a xylophone, just shiny because they have like metal keys. It's nice. Not to earth ringing vibes, exactly. I forgot, I think it's like the Samsung alarm thingy, but those are the ones that have marimbas on it. It's the actual music is played on marimbas. And so there was videos at one point, like a couple years back, where they're like, look, me playing this tone on a marimba. It's very neat. I like watching videos like that where they make things, not make things in real life, but emulate them. Because it's very neat to see how stuff is actually made. There we go. What am I looking at here? Okay, let's go a little bit harsh on this. There we go. You know, I love instruments and everything, and I was a little bit of a band kid whenever I was growing up, but I think maybe that was just the ADHD, because now I have a kalimba, and I don't even use it. Have you been able to ask for help with streaming stuff whenever you need it? As in what? Like, what specifically? And honestly, after this, what are you doing? Honestly, I think I'm just gonna be looking through some past live streams. I found out how to make clips and stuff, so I'm probably gonna start making those of the streams and then releasing those, because it was something that I didn't think about, and I should start doing that. But yeah, in terms of the asking for help, probably not. I haven't asked for help with anything. Everything that you see made ever. With exception to the overlays. The overlays I got from an artist on Twitter who got their stuff shared on like free VTuber assets. So everything else, like me adding the socials to it, and, you know, me like actually setting up the streams, the chat and stuff, setting up alerts, overlays. No, I haven't. I just kind of go on YouTube and, you know, like the great YouTube Academy, that's how I learn all my stuff. And so that's probably why everything is so scuffed sometimes. Oh man. Yeah, I probably should. It's just I don't want to like bother anyone, and I mean, I guess I don't know. It's good to hear. I don't know who to ask. I don't feel like I have a friend who, because like the how to say it, I don't have any like close friends that do stream or anything like even related to that. I don't know anyone in real life who edits, aside from like my younger siblings, and with them it's just like, you know, regular edits and stuff, and so they're like, I don't know, man, I don't know what you want me to do, I don't know what you want me to say, and I'm just like, okay, I'll go ask YouTube, it's okay, don't worry about it. So I just kind of figure everything out on my own so far. Yeah. But yeah, I'll have to relook into setting up alerts. I'm so excited. I was like, it's gonna be set up, and then I'll finally be like actually doing my job as a live streamer, because the whole point of live streaming is that you're supposed to interact with people in real life, and the only way I do that is through chat. Which is fine, but it's not technically what I'm supposed to be doing. back to the topic of figuring things out just by doing. I used to be in the same spot way back when. Yeah. Yeah, because it's hard to figure out how else you can learn. Or, wait. Oh. So I used to be in the same spot way back when. Figuring things out just by doing. Oh, did things change? Like, how else do you learn? Because that's still how I learn. If I don't do things consistently, then I'll forget everything and not be able to do it. And seeing that friends I know have wanted to stream have come to me for help because I never had anyone. Filling that mentor role that you didn't have, that other people need. Oh, did y'all hear my cat? Sorry, I'll stay focused. And it's nice looking back and seeing what I didn't have available to me versus what's available now. For real, for real. It's really cool to see. And I feel kind of lucky that I'm growing up and learning in the age where there's like tutorials for everything. I can't imagine how it was for like the first content creators and stuff, because they like were literally figuring it out as they went. And so I acknowledge I'm lucky. So many things have been changed and for the better. Yep. Even if some people complain that like, oh, well, I had to do this way back whenever it was harder. And it's like, yeah, and thank you for your sacrifice. You made it to where now it's easier for everyone. You trailblazed, and that's a good thing. And I don't know, it's nice. The world is changing so rapidly. And it's exciting as much as it is scary. Because a lot of the advice that we have available to us now are for times that are no longer present. But not all the changes are bad. So it's fun to see which direction we'll be going towards in the future. We are literally little things on a hurling ball through space. All made up of stardust ready to be exploded at a moment's notice. But that doesn't mean we still don't have eyes and stuff, and can still definitely feel. So let's make the most of this hurling rock. And hope for the best, I guess. Go. You know, I was thinking recently, right? Because Dark Melodies on Fiverr was the one responsible for my music, the song that I use in the background of all of my videos. And so in my head, I just had it like, oh, I'll just, you know, go back to him and be like, hey, would you be able to make like this for me and this for me? Like more music, of course. I'm not gonna go to him and be like, hey, make this overlay for me, please. That is out of pocket. But I was thinking about that, but then I was like, oh, wait a minute. I know on Fiverr they have like certain gigs or whatever, and I was like, oh, I have to make sure that that would be able to fit as a gig, because I don't want to, you know, go to him and basically the same thing that I said, hey, make me this thing that you don't specialize or offer services for just because you serviced me before and I like your stuff, because that's not a nice thing to do. At best, they'll say no, and at worst, they'll do it, and you'll make them so uncomfortable, and you'll never know because you, hopefully, meant it in a nice way, but because you were kind of ignorant and didn't really think it through, you put them in a very uncomfy spot, and that would be no bueno. Because definitely support all artists, because honestly, they're pursuing their passions, and that's a good thing. We should definitely, what's the word for that in English? In Spanish they call it apoyando. And I think that kind of means to like push you forward or endear you or nurture you, kind of. I feel like none of those words really fit how endearing the word is in Spanish, because apoyar, I don't know, it just sounds like a nice word to me. I guess probably because I've always heard it, because this is a Spanish word, by the way. I've always heard it in nice context, and so it's just, I don't know how to say it, but it's a good thing, definitely. Or where's the blacklist you? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, that would be bad if they blacklisted you. Just never responded. I know the artist that made my VR chat model, right? Because I made the VRoid, the Vroid model. But in order to get into VR chat, you got to know Unity and stuff, and I don't know Unity and stuff, and it was a lot more complicated than I thought it was. So I was like, let me pay someone to do it for me. And their name is Kooky on Fiverr. Highly recommend them. They like know their stuff. It impressed me the first time that I gave them my model. They were like, okay, I'm going to evaluate it and then give you feedback. And I thought they were just going to be like, yeah, I can do it or something like that. Because that's what most people do. But no, they were like, okay, these are the issues with your model. And so this is how I'll be able to fix them. So I'd have to do this. So this is about the price range that I would be able to do. And so, yeah, let me know if you're okay with that moving forward. And I'm like, wow, holy shit, you know your stuff. I'm impressed. Yeah, I'm going to commission you because I trust you now. Thank you for explaining that to me. Like, they did not need to do that. And I don't know, sometimes when you're passionate about other stuff, I know for me personally, when other people are passionate about the most random things, that like passion latches onto me and I'm like, oh yeah, that's great. Doesn't apoyar or apoyarte mean to support? Yeah, it's kind of like that, or no, I think that's like the direct translation. But in my head it like registers differently because it almost feels a little closer to nurture in context, but I think dictionary wise, yeah, it's support. Okay, my friend. At least how my mom would say it, it sounds like the word support. Yeah, that I think, yeah, actually that would fit. But I don't know, because support feels like a very like oh, corporate and like big business and type stuff, you know. But in Spanish, it's a lot more endearing than the word. I don't know. This is purely just by vibes. But when you say support, it can be very like business-like, very formal. Meanwhile, apoyar is something a lot more like, how to say it? Like it, I don't know, just more endearing, you know? Oh man, where is everyone? I don't know. Probably having the time of their lives. Enjoying life, hopefully. That is my hope. They're having a good time and everything's okay for them, regardless of what it is they may be doing. There we go. I don't actually like this highlight there. Makes it look too flat. Oh, here's a cool tip for Procreate. So there's no real way to like erase big section without making your eraser bigger, and I don't like doing that. So just select it, make it smaller via uniform, and then you just have to erase like a small bit. Isn't it neat? Oh my gosh. And then I guess it's fine to show y'all. So let's say you're doing like this big drawing, right? And you have a little stray dot and you can't find it. You've erased everywhere and you're trying to get like the thing to show just the spot that you're in, especially when you're drawing small. And it's showing like the whole canvas, meaning there's like a stray dot somewhere. What you can do is select the area that you know is supposed to be drawn on, right? So I would select this area and close it, then hit invert, and then hit that selection thing again, and it will literally point out where it is. And then from there, you can go and erase it, or you can make it even smaller, and then erase that. Very neat trick, because different tools have different tricks. There we go. Yep, on the right layer. And let's should we do shadows? I guess, yeah, we'll do a little bit more shadows. But yeah, apoyar is technically, or not technically, it is support. I can't even argue with that. There we go. You know what I forgot to do? Send on Twitter that I was gonna go live. I mean, I put up the schedule, but I didn't say, hey, I'm live, here's the thing, and that's what I'm supposed to do. Dang it. Alright, give me 1 second. There's still an hour left, so I don't feel like I'm too late. It's tough, because there's so much stuff to remember to do. I mean, technically I could just be like, boom, I'm going live, and boom, that's it. But it's not the right thing to do. You're supposed to tell everyone. Or at least that's what they tell you. I don't know how true that is. I am live. There we go. Man, I should really... I'm supposed to be making a stream checklist. and stuff, but I haven't. What else was up? I feel like there was something up. I think it was chat. Yeah, it was chat. You have me as your best friend. Oh, I clicked off. Oh man, there we go. Let's... I went to see if I'm following you on Twitter, and apparently I am. Oh, that's good. That's good. I was, what was I? I don't know what I was gonna say there, but thank you for the follow on Twitter. It does mean a lot, and you'll see a lot more of the stuff that doesn't make it into any of my other content. Honestly, I'm kind of, like, spread out everywhere. So just some places you'll see random stuff of me. The only thing that you won't see much of me until, like, later on is, Instagram. Because it's just, like, I don't know, I've had a lot of ideas on what to do on Instagram, but I just haven't done anything with it. And so that's probably gonna be blank and useless for a long time to come. There we go. But yeah, Twitter is definitely where... I know I don't tag anything or like make any, what's it called? Hashtags or anything. And to get visibility, you're supposed to. But I don't know. I just haven't done it. Because I don't... That's too much thinking. And the thing that I like about Twitter is that I just hit tweet and I put whatever I'm thinking and then I send tweet. And then because it's not tagged, I don't have to worry too much about people finding it. Oh man. But yeah, there will always be things on there that don't make it into my other stuff because it's so easy to like hit send. There we go. I don't know this song, but it's very cozy and I like it. You could always start with the VTuber Uprising. I know, I've seen a lot of people do that. I don't know, it feels like I'm not like I'm not big enough to use it. I think that's the hashtag commonly used. Yeah, I know that's technically what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, I know it's supposed to be like VTuber support and small creator, something like that, and VTuber Ian at the very least, but I just... by the time I hit send, I'm like, oh yeah, I was supposed to do stuff with that. But it's fine. Stuff on Twitter, I feel like it's not to get seen too much. Whenever I finally, like, get my bootstraps on and tell myself, okay, I want to be seen by a lot of people, then, I mean, I do want to, how to say it? It's not that I don't want to get seen, but I guess technically, and I don't know how true this is, because I have a very hard time getting in touch with how I really feel. But I think what it might be is that I don't feel like I should be getting seen yet, and I know this isn't the right thing to say on a stream. Oh my god, this is like some therapist type stuff, but, I don't know, I guess it's not that big of a deal to me, because I know it's not the priority right now. The priority is like learning how to do it, and then I'll worry about visibility, because I want to be doing good before I'm like, hey, look, I'm a cool creator. And I know that's not how it's supposed to be, you know, again, like I said before, you're supposed to just start and then do it. You know what, this is, the more I'm saying this, the more I'm hearing the excuses in myself, like, oh, you don't want to get seen, but you want to get popular. How are you gonna pop off without even attempting? And I can't argue with that. Once you say things out loud and even you can call out the excuses in your voice, that's when you're losing the battle. So I'll start. Can't do it right now, but I'll make a little note. I'll notate it on my little content pad. And I'll be like, I need to start putting these hashtags and stuff and start a little template for tweets and stuff. If you want, I can introduce you to some people whenever you have the time. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, networking. I don't know what that entails. But yeah, I mean, the more people I meet, the better. Because that's the whole point of putting yourself online and being social. And yeah, I think it'd be fun. It excites me what, like, different opportunities this type of stuff could open up for me. And so yeah, it excites me. Nothing wrong. It just sounds like you're more nervous. Hope that doesn't offend you. No, it doesn't offend me. That's what I meant no to. And yeah, I guess I am nervous because all it takes is like one person to be like, you know, you're not even trying. You're not good at this, just stop. And I'll be like, oh, right where it hurts. Networking. Yeah. At one point while I was still in college, my professor took me to this networking event, right? It was with, I can't really say the company name, but it was with this company who did a lot of like educational stuff. And it was like a lot of the people who gave money to that company, you know, like the fund people, you know, the people where the money actually came from. And the professor was like, this would be a really good chance for you to network. You know, you never know who you might meet and who might fund your next project. So, you know, I want to invite you to this thing. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. And so I went and oh man, I'm really bad at it because like it was like almost a Christmas themed party. And so they had a live band there and it was a small place. So the live band, like you could hear the music from everywhere, but you couldn't hear the people. So it was so difficult to network. And like aside from how hard it was to hear people, I didn't know what to say. You know, I didn't want to be like, hey, I'm an aspiring artist, can you give me money? Because, you know, that's what you're here for, right? Because no, that's a horrible thing to say. I'm supposed to be like, hey, this thing that, you know, is a very big inspiration to me, maybe it'll inspire you too, and then you'll want to like support me, right? That's what I'm supposed to do. I know that, but I don't know how to do it. I just know like the theory, the concept behind it. I need to exaggerate that shadow more, otherwise there's no point in including it. But I didn't know how to do it, so it was just kind of like, oh, you do art? Yeah, I do a lot of digital art and traditional art. It was something that inspired me since I was young, so I want to pursue it. Oh, that's so nice. How old are you? Oh, I'm this old. Oh, wow, you're so young. That's crazy. I have a son that's your age. Or, oh, I have a daughter that's your age. Or, oh, I have a niece that's your age. And they want to do this. Oh, wow, that's so cool. Oh, you work on video games? Yeah, that's so cool. My granddaughter plays a lot of video games. And so that's very cool. It's so cool to see a young person such as yourself pursuing something like this at such a young age. It's like, well, yeah, you know, you gotta follow your passions because no one will follow them for you. And they're like, wow, nice. And like that was about it. They were all drinking and I didn't know what to say. And they were all like, I don't know, they all had that hype of like people who drink a lot, and you know, they're definitely not gonna remember this tomorrow. So that definitely wasn't as encouraging as it should have been to network. Oh man. But yeah, it was definitely a valuable experience, and I at least get to know what to expect if I ever went to another networking event. But yeah, I just kind of hung around the food table. Oh man. There? I can't figure out how I want this shadow, if I even want this shadow. What if I just fill in the whole thing? I don't think it's the right move. There we go. Nope, it ain't it. Let's do a line here. There we go. And do that. I'm so glad like nothing exploded while I was setting this up. Because I set this up like minutes before the stream. I kind of tested it, but I hadn't imported it into OBS or anything. And so I was like, oh bad, I hope it doesn't explode. Because that would definitely not be a good thing. There we go. But yeah, it works. I'm glad I was able to figure it out. A nice pat on the back for me. Go. My baby! My cat says hi, y'all. You wanna come say hi to them? You wanna come say hi to chat? I think he said hi. Let me put one earphone off. There we go. Now I can hear. My pretty baby. like shadow here, but I can't figure out how to draw it. Go. There we go. I can't. Look, kitty. Look, Hubert. Brendan said hi. Oh man. He's very attention. What's it called? I was about to say attention deficit. Nah, he's very. He's an attention whore. I didn't want to say it, but I couldn't find another way to say that. Oh man. Any little thing that I do, and they're like, hey, pay attention to me. It probably has to do with how out of the house I am a lot. Because, you know, the job, 9 to 5, and I have to be there physically, so. You know, it's like going to school all over again. So the only time they see me is whenever I'm home, and then when I'm at home, I'm usually, like, working on stuff. And so I'm at my computer. And so they'll jump on the desk and stuff to come, get my attention, because they know that at least I pay attention to them that way, because I'll move them off the desk and stuff because they step on my keyboard. And like, that's fine and all, I wouldn't mind if the computer was off, but when the computer is on, that could mean like a totally random tweet or something, or some random spam in the Discord, because they decided they were gonna, you know, show me their new tap dancing moves all over my keyboard. Oh man. Cats are great though. The amount of like love that they show. I don't know. It's just, it's so sweet. It's nice to have that affection. You ever seen a cat like flop to where its belly is exposed? Oh my god. It's like life blesses you and you're just like, wow, what could I possibly want more in life than this? It's great. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Let's move this way. No. There we go. Oh yeah, for the few people are here, if you don't mind me asking, what are some suggestions that y'all would recommend for like, yay, 100 subs on YouTube? Because that's something that I want to celebrate. If and when we get there. And I would like to just like flat out ask y'all, what do y'all want me to do? But I also do want money. Oh man, don't we all, bro? Don't we all? Oh man, that would be cool. Just like, hey, thank you all for following me. There's 100 of y'all now. Here's some money. And I know I can do giveaways, but like, I need money myself. There we go. A song cover. Oh, that'd be cute. That'd be cute, except I'd have to look into mixing, because I kind of suck at mixing. Honestly, I can't even say I suck, because I just don't know how to do it. I don't know in the least bit. And I've tried looking up videos, and I don't know. I don't know what they mean, ever. So, I'll definitely keep that in consideration, because it's something that I can do. And technically I could just hire someone off Fiverr to do it. That money comment was for when you said, what more can we ask for in life? Oh! Oh my gosh. Oh, but for real though, that would be... That's true. It would be nice if you just be like, hey life, I'm broke. Can I have some money? I want to invest in this for future streams. I want to pay someone to set this up for me because I don't know how to set it up. And money's like, yes, my child, here you go. That would be so great. Oh man. That is funny. I love it whenever people say stuff and they're like, no, I meant it for the other thing. Always 100%. 100% out of 10 is what I was trying to say. But that doesn't make sense. So 9 times out of 10, it's always been funny. One time I was playing Overcooked with my family, and my brother and my mom were fighting to like go past each other. My mom was struggling to pick something up, so she was like, motherfucker, or something like that. And my brother, who was trying to get past her, he was like, oh, how could you say that to me? And of course he was joking, right? Because, you know, like, we all like joking around like that. And he's like, oh, I'm just trying to do my job. And she was like, no, I meant it for the thing. The thing wouldn't let me pick it up. And we're like, yeah, sure, we know how you feel. It'd be funny. A song cover can be for the TikTok 1K special, YouTube 100 special. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. That'd be cool to do. I'm a little embarrassed about my voice singing, but after having to listen to it for every video that I edit, I have come to terms with it that it's like, well, it's not the worst thing I've heard, so there's that. Wonder what song. Ooh, I could, because like all the songs that I like are like rap and stuff, but not like hard rap. It's very, what's it called? I think it's like an alternative music. I'm not really sure. Because the other day I found out that songs like AJR and stuff, like that group, they're technically alternative rock. And like that, I mean, it makes sense, but also like, what? And so I can't imagine rapping, because I just don't have that rapper voice, you know? I think I might be able to do like a live cover. They're a nice band. But also I don't want it to be a really sad song, because then I want it to match the vibe too. Because like, imagine you're singing like a very sad, depressing song and you're like, thank you guys for the 100. Oh man, that would be very funny. The juxtaposition. We ever heard that that word? We used to use it a lot in English class since 9. I hated it, but like in a love-hate relationship, because it's a neat word. It's spelled like nicely too. I'm gonna type it out in chat, but it's and you have to sign in. Okay, let me type it in this one. It's already signed in. I think that's how you spell it. Position. Down. I'm tone deaf, so I can't say anything. May I ask you for something, my best friend? Make an apology video for this special for no reason. Oh my god, that would be funny. Oh my god. Just like, I just want to say sorry to all the people who I hurt. I truly didn't mean to. It's something that I'm just, it's not right of me, and I should have known better. It's purely on me, and I will strive to do better in the future. I, once again, would like to apologize for everyone I hurt. It was not my intention, but it is something that I will work on moving on in the future. And I will not allow myself to, not allow myself to make this a habit or anything. And they'll be like, what did you do? What happened? I'm gonna be like, oh, don't do that. Wow. Stream elements. Ew. Ew, it pulls up like a browser tab. That's not how you're supposed to put chat. Should I throw those ideas down in your server? I mean, that wouldn't be bad. It's like clip for later. For real, just be like, oh, to whom it may concern, that's what I'll title it. And it'll just be like so serious, it'll have sad music in the background or something. They're gonna be like, what happened? What did you do? They're gonna be like scouring Twitter, scouring Instagram. What happened? What did Paprika do? Oh man, that would be funny. If people ask you what happened, just hit them with the I hit 1K on TikTok. Oh man. Oh, that would be funny. I'm like, look, you considering it now. I could see it now. People will be like, oh no, what happened? What's wrong? What did you do? What did you upset? It'll be like, the people on TikTok. I hit 1K on TikTok, man. I can't do it. They're like, you what? Oh man. That would be hilarious. Very, very out of pocket, but I mean. Oh man. Oh man, that would be so funny. I think I might do that. I might do that. That and release like an actual one, because oh man, there's just like so many different ways that I want to celebrate. Let's see. You gotta do it now, Peppery. You Gotta prepare for it. Gotta do it while I still have the chance before the numbers change again, and then I'm at a much larger number, like I'm at 2K, and I'm like, oh man, no, this doesn't make any sense. Yeah, numbers change at such an alarming rate. You get like 3 to 5 notifications in one day, and you're like, okay, that's fine, and then you get that every day, and you're like, yeah, that's not even that many, and then like a week later, you're like, how did I get past 100 already? This makes no sense. The math ain't mathin'. The math ain't mathin'. I don't like that. Let's make it smaller. Oh, there we go. There we go. You're a bad influence, Brendan. I'm like, it was Brendan's idea. Oh man. That would be funny. Yeah, it's funny. I assume that role in my office a lot. I have a friend who's like, oh, I want to be petty and I'm gonna do this. And I'm like, you know what would be pettier? If you do this. And they're like, oh, that's a great idea. And I'm like, yeah. I get the double discords. I get the double Discord ads notification. And double Discord ads and the YT notification. So you gotta support the Bell Squad. I'm the best influence. Yeah, totally. You're totally not gonna make issues for people later on. Oh man, no. You're good. Oh, did you just leak my name? No, I would never. You leaked your own name. It's your profile stuff. I would never. I just refer to you by what you want to be referred to, and I assume that's the thing. Whoa! I assume that's the thing that you have on your channel name. If you would have been, I was gonna say something, but that's a little out of pocket. I mean, not really. I was just gonna say if you were Butt Nugget 27, I would have been like, hey, Butt Nugget, welcome back. I don't discriminate. You made the decision, and I'm gonna trust you. There we go. Put that down. And yeah, it's a good shade color. Oh man, there are times where I'll like say stuff to myself, and I am barely now getting into the habit of saying paprika, because there's been a couple times where I'm recording a video and I'm like, oh, I can't say that. Can't say that, so I have to like re-say the line. I was gonna say like, yeah, I had a friend named this, and you know, that's what I called him, and I still call him that to this day, but I can't say it because then technically I would be like, well, the thing is, I don't want to say it because what if by chance they're not okay with it? And that's not something that I want to do. I don't want to make anyone uncomfy, so I'm not gonna say it, because what if they're like, how dare you say my name in public? That's not a thing that I was okay with, and that's not something that I would like to bring. It's not a problem that I would like to create. But essentially their name was like what's it called, like pebble gas, right? It was like pretty far from what it is, but you know. By the way, I've been shortening your name to Peppery. I hope you haven't been bothered by that. No, not at all. Man, I almost got onto the autopilot where I was gonna be like, yeah, my name is this, so it gets said this because of how I write it. So I'm used to being called anything, but I can't say that. But yeah, no, I like it whenever people shorten my name and stuff. I like to see what they come up with, because it's like a nickname, you know, and nicknames are a good thing. Or at least that's what I what's it called? Attach them to, because usually it means like familiarity and a way to kind of ease it whenever you call people, and it's endearing, so I like it. That was one of the things that I was really excited about whenever I was kind of nailing down my idea for this character and stuff. You know, I say this character, but it doesn't feel right because it's me. But at the same time, it's not. It's like a part of me, and I don't know. It's both me and not me, because it's not the whole me, but it's not me, and so there's that. But yeah, I like it whenever people call me. Whenever people call me anything, I see what you did there. Hello, anything. Nice to meet you. Hello, I'm anything. Nice to meet you too. Oh my gosh. But yeah, people. I was gonna say people are so creative, but that sounds kind of like mean. I just thought of a fan art name if you haven't had any ideas. Oh, sure, shoot him. I want to hear. Oh man, I'm excited. Let's see. And we can round this. Yep, round it. Perfect. Something like that. The only question that I have is fan art. You mean like fan art tag, or what do you mean by fan art name? You mean like something to sign the art with? Because that wouldn't be bad to have good ideas on hand, because there used to be a handle that I used back before I became Paprika, and now I can't use that. Paprika art. I like that. It makes sense, and it you can see where like the creator stuff comes in, and then it's art, and then oh my god, it's perfect. I like it. I like it. Fan art tag. Yeah, no, that's good. Should have specified. Yeah, no worries. I figured, but you know, you gotta make sure so that we're on the same page. But yeah, no, I like it. It's easy, and it's not gonna be hard to think of, because I know sometimes creators will make fan art tags that are like so specific to knowing them as a creator that it's almost like difficult when you don't know them that well to find their stuff like that. But yeah, let me go ahead and write that down. Where would be my stuff? It would be in here, and not that one. There, in the notes. I have like this notes document that I have about a lot of stuff, and where I note take a lot of my stuff. Hashtag free art, and I like how it's capitalized. That's the the person who did computer coding for a while in me likes that, because camel case and stuff, you know what I mean? Oh man, it's great when everything's are camel cased. In office settings and like general computer usage settings, people just put spaces between their names, and I've started doing that too because it's easier, but only whenever it's work related. All of my files have like camel case and stuff because I can't stand it, because like what if by any chance I need to write code and I gotta refer to it in code, and then it's not gonna know, or it's gonna like mess up the code because it's not camel cased. How will it know, and how will I know how to read it if it's all like the same case? Oh man, I know it's like a very small niche problem that's definitely I'm not gonna run into, but still, what if? There we go. I threw the potential art tag in your art idea jar. Pog! Pog! Oh, and I haven't forgotten about the Minesweeper thing. I'm trying to catch up on all my work. I was supposed to be creating timestamps for all of my live streams, and I kind of slacked off on a little bit of it, so going back through, it's just me watching my VODs and trying to decide which ones I should put timestamps for, because some of them are like so small, it's like, well, no, that's not that good. But I definitely am getting like good clips to just like repost as YouTube shorts, so that's good. But yeah, that will definitely be something coming. I just need to get to it. The backload is there, but it will all be worth it. And I can say that with full confidence, which is something I rarely have. I mean, I'm confident in myself, just like there's certain things where I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'll really get stuff out of it, aside from happiness. But this one, I know it's a good idea. Thank you. If you ever have any like random ideas just out of nowhere, feel free to throw them in that chat, or that text channel, sorry, because that's literally what I made it for. Because I know sometimes people are like, oh, it'd be really cool, like me personally, I'm like, oh, it'd be really cool if like this creator had this, or you know, like this. And you know, of course there's like not really, oh, you have to do this or you have to force this, because I'm not them. I don't know what they want out of this whole content creation game. But it wouldn't be bad to kind of throw the idea out there, because sometimes they don't consider certain things. And so that's what I created it for, to kind of keep an open ear and hear the good ideas that y'all have sometimes, because good ideas can truly come from anywhere. That's something that I believe wholeheartedly. There we go. And then let's add a shadow here. You know, this is supposed to be like a very easy coloring style, but it's taken time. But everything takes time. So I don't know what I expected. Okay. We'll add it here, here, here. We'll do it right here. Go, and then we could add like rim lighting on this. Oh my god, I have a screen protector thing. It's called like Paper-like. It's a little more expensive than I like, but I definitely don't regret buying it because it gives the screen this texture. Because if you use just a regular iPad, the pencil glides too much on it, and especially for people who do a lot more traditional art, and traditional meaning like stuff on paper and just like a pen and paper or color pencils and paper, they're not used to that feeling, and so as kind of like a way to meet in the middle, and also it just tends to be really beneficial for all artists, they created Paper-like, which is just this screen protector, and it has like texture on it, so it reduces the glide of your pen, which is a good thing. I love it so much. I don't regret having it, because it makes it feel nice, you know, whenever you're like drawing on paper and you hear that like scritch, and I don't know, for me, I like that sound, and so it gives the iPad that sound. And it's not super loud, and it's not exactly the same as drawing on paper, but it's nice. I like it. Oh, have y'all seen those live streams on TikTok where it's like the wood soup? I know I mentioned this a little bit in the Discord server, but there's this like live stream, and I've seen like two. I don't know if they're multiple of like the same ones, but there's one where it's this like skeleton puppet, like skeleton hand puppet, and it has like a spoon, and supposedly it's like mixing this soup full of like wooden balls. And there's another one where it's just like some person off screen and you just see the hand mixing the soup and stuff. I like the one with just a hand. The puppet kind of scares me. Usually I like puppets and stuff, but not really ventriloquism puppets, but like Muppets and stuff, hand puppets. I think they're really funny and like nice. But the skeleton one, it freaks me out. I don't know why. At first it was like kind of endearing, but then it just freaked me out the way it would like continuously stare at the camera and just like yang, 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 yang. And it'd like do that, and then we'd go back to normal, mixing the thing, and then looking at it like mwah and stuff, and I don't know, it's weird. Yes, it's weird. I mean, no hate to the content creator, you know, it's a very unique idea, and you know, I don't see anyone else doing it, and they are getting views and stuff, and I gotta admit, the sound did make me stick around for a little bit longer than it should have, but I can't with the puppet, so I prefer the one with just like the hand stirring this stuff. One time I had that I found that live stream at like 1 in the morning, not last night, but a while back, and I left it on and I fell asleep to that, and I woke up to it. Highly recommend it. I like that noise. I like the noise of like water on wood and just like water in general. Like the sound of little streams and little rivers. Literally my favorite sound. I don't know why. It's so relaxing, you know? I don't really think that's good, but it's fine for now. I don't know if I want to highlight these, but I'm going to anyways. And I'll just see how I feel about it. Go. Nope, I don't like it. There we go. Nope, I don't like that one either. So we'll just do the edge of this cheek. Go. I need to color the inside of the mouth too, but I haven't colored that, so I don't know what to color it. I'll probably just do like a light shade of pink or something more like inside of mouth, and not just black. Go back to the original layer to fill in the gaps. Abel? A bell? I don't know what that means. And I don't remember what I was talking about. There we go. Oh, a beautiful day, isn't it? A beautiful day today, isn't it? In it. In it. Yeah, it's very pretty outside. It's really hot though. Where I live, it's always really hot, so it's nice, but it's not super nice because if I go outside for a long period of time, I will wheeze. And not in a good way, not in a, oh my god, that was so funny way. It's in a, oh my god, I can't breathe way. One time I did this summer camp because I used to do ROTC and stuff, right? And so I went to this summer camp and they were like, you're gonna be outside a majority of the time. But because of where we live, they actually had restrictions on to where if it got to like a certain degree outside, they would make us, they would raise up a black flag and they would be like, okay, everyone has to go and sit down. Like, we are not allowed to exercise in this heat. And so yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting whenever the state you're in has rules on like, oh, if it's this hot outside, no kid is allowed to be outside. Or not really like, oh, you're not allowed to be outside, but just like, and I don't think it was the state necessarily, it was more so like the actual organization. And for a good reason too. I think they were very responsible for that, because they could have easily just been like, hey, it's fine. Like, I heard this horror story from a friend of mine. Not really horror story, like, ooh, spooky, and there was a ghost, and there was a murder. I'm talking about, like, an actual, like, yeah, no, this happened to me. She was doing band practice, or, sorry, they were doing band practice, specifically marching band, and no one knew anything about medical stuff, and she basically almost had a heat stroke, because she wasn't hydrated. But is it heat stroke, or, I don't know, but basically, she was very dehydrated, and almost passed out because of that. And whenever she was like gasping for air, you know, when the first signs of dehydration were showing, they were like, drink cold water. And drinking cold water on a very hot day whenever you're dehydrated is actually very horrible, so don't do that. Unfortunately, you do gotta drink lukewarm water, just something cold, because it has like the opposite effects. And I know I'm a cold water for the rest of my life type thing, but it's just no bueno for your health in the long term. So whenever you're dehydrated, do not chug ice cold water, because it's not good for you. You gotta go lukewarm water and kind of get your body ready to be okay again, because it ain't it. I don't know what color to use for this. I keep going like to brown. Maybe that one? Yeah, that one looks fine. There we go. I hate that I can't, like, drop it. What? What? That never works before. It always colors the entire page. But I guess I won't complain. If it works, I'm not gonna complain. Muffuff, yo-yo! How you doing? Love that energy. Oh my gosh. Welcome in. I'm working on, I guess I never fully explained, I'm working on emotes. These will be in the Discord whenever I get them finished. And then eventually, if I get enough, what's it called, like high rank enough, I guess, in YouTube, they will become channel emotes if I ever get to that point, which hopefully I will. And so yeah, just little emotes of myself. Because when you're an artist and you're broke, you gotta make as much stuff for yourself as you can. Gotta save that money. There we go. Right there. Has anyone played Xenoblade Chronicles? I have not. However, I know of it because of Smash Bros. Super Smash Bros. And not really, I say know of it very loosely. I just know that it exists. Oh man, I have no actual experience about it. I think it's similar to like Final Fantasy, isn't it? Cool. Go. That in. Go. And like that. Go. I don't like that. What other games do y'all like playing? Because me personally, I like a lot of puzzle games and platformer games. Like Run 2, the one with a little like ball on roller skates if you were playing the second one. but just like running, and it was through like an infinite space thing, and it had like weird obstacles and stuff. I like that one. But it scratches a good itch in my brain of just like constantly needing to move but not being physically fit. Oh man. But I liked it. I liked the obstacles ones. But honestly, like I say that and so you would think I like Fall Guys, but it was more frustrating than it was actually fun for me. But then again, like I guess I was already frustrated whenever I played it because I had to. Yeah, it's fine. I had to set it up for the friends who I was playing with, and that wasn't necessarily what was annoying, because like they were fine. They presented no issue. It was just the game itself. I don't know why it was like such a struggle getting it set up, and so at the end, like it was just frustrating and not really worth it. But I think it really could be fun in a good party setting if everything works correctly. There we go. Oh my god, that reminded me of like Getting Over It. Do y'all remember that game? I watched Markiplier stream it the first time when I was like back in middle school, and oh my god, that was so funny when he threw his chair. I know it's like, you know, not a good time for him. He was not having it, but oh my god, I remember I met one of my friends. I don't talk with him anymore just because, you know, we grew apart, and I moved. So I have no idea where he is now. But he saw me watching a stream during the class that we had together. And so he was like, oh my god, you're watching it too? And I'm like, yeah. And so like, Markiplier had a live stream again, like a week after, during the time we were in class, and so we were watching it together, and like, so sweet. I like it. It's core memory worthy. I asked because the goofiest thing happened. My party member got knocked, so I'm fighting alone, but I only do 1 damage, and it's a cutscene battle, so I can't exit. Is it like co-op and stuff? I didn't know that. Oh my god. Haven't even brought him down below half health. Uh-oh. Why are you doing only 1 damage? I'm not sure how the game works. The only thing I can like really think to compare it to is like Genshin, and like that's are your artifacts set correctly? Do you have the right set on? Oh my god, is your character supposed to be built EM or elemental skill? Oh man. Sorry, I'll tell better jokes. Oh man. There we go. Yeah, that's actually, I'll just put that and I'll shade the back of this hairpiece. So technically the front of it should be highlighted, something like this one. Do you have the Monado yet? Monado? What's the Monado? Let's see. In the game, you have 2 partners, but now I'm alone. Uh-oh. That is no bueno. Let's see. Gotta make sure nothing's blowing up. Oh, nice, they're restocking. Don't get distracted. Oh, okay, it's like a piece of the game. I was like, what's that? Dope, dope. Oh, there it goes. Is it like a weapon or something? I'm curious now. Explain it to me, please, for favor, if you don't mind. Actually, how are you in the battle? And oh, no spoilies. Damn, I'm gonna have to play it on stream one day. Figure out what all the fuss is about. Chapter 2. Oh, they're chapters. There we go. My baby. Hubert, do you know what the Monado is? You do? Can you tell me? He looked away. He said plausible deniability. I will not be the one to reveal it. It's the sword the main character has. Oh, see, it did sound like a sword, which is weird because, like, it could also sound like a ship. Like, it just sounded like a name, and I just assumed it was weapon because, I mean, it's a fighting game. Doesn't it make sense? But very cool. Very cool. I know I've seen a lot of, like, art for it and stuff. I mean, honestly, just fan arts in general will always pop off. And so, there is no end to the amount of very cool art I've seen. I don't understand it, but it looks neat. Go. Go. My baby. My pretty baby. I'm playing on the Switch. I'm gonna just restart the game. Oh wow. I mean, yeah, when you get stuck in a game, and there's not really a good way to exit. I'm not solo fighting for 1 hour. Yeah, no, 1 damage is... It's hard to say, oh, just keep going and you'll get it eventually, because that eventually will take a while, so... Wouldn't be a bad idea. A nice tactical retreat. That's nothing to be ashamed of. Oh, my baby. He just shoved his hand into... His face into my hand. Very cute, very cute. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't glitch my save. Oh, that would be bad. I think as long as you, like, close the game first, right? Because on the Switch, as long as you don't just, like, power off the Switch, I don't think it should corrupt the files. In theory. There we go. This, I think that's fine. Okay, and then we'll shade this middle piece. Oh, my baby. He's so cute. Okay. How should I do this part? Okay, what I'll do is I'll make the shadow rounded here. And then I'll come down here and make an equal shadow down here. Okay. I don't know why the glitch save reminded me. I used to have a save file on my tablet for Pokemon Emerald, and I lost it because I don't know if it was a glitch in the tablet or what happened, but it wouldn't let me in, like, because I had a pattern lock, which is great for security until you forget the password, or until it forgets its password, because there was also, like, some things that I read online where it was like, oh yeah, the tablets that you use sometimes, like, they'll reset, and if you have them locked, they'll keep the lock, but they'll forget what the entry password was, and so good luck getting in. And that may have been what happened, either that or I forgot the password. But yeah, I'm unable to access it, so I have a save file, and I got pretty far. I mean, farther than I've ever gotten in any Pokemon game, at the very least. So that sucks. I won't be able to access that again. I have to get my tablet reset, and I've just been procrastinating on that because I have so many fun memories on that tablet. And they're all gonna be deleted. Because either I can't remember my password or my tablet can't remember my password. Which feels illegal. Okay. Let's get some highlights going. Yeah, that's good. Can't think anymore. to think of like other things to talk about, but head empty, no thoughts. Speaking of which, have y'all seen those Nintendo playlists where it's just like a bunch of Nintendo songs and it's like songs, Nintendo songs to jam along to when your head is empty and you have no thoughts and stuff like that? Great playlists. 10 out of 10 would recommend. What are you playing next? 2 is in you're playing 2. My god, Obi-Wan Kenobi tell you what happened to her father. No, I am your father. What? I am your father. No. Oh yeah, I haven't watched Star Wars at all. None of it. That and Star Trek. None of it. So it's not like a, oh, I haven't watched Star Wars because I'm Star Trek lover. No, I just never intrigued me that much. And I know it's not a good thing, but still. Is that a spider or is that a fly? That's a fly. Okay. If it was a spider, I would have been in danger. Not for any reason other than just fear. Just fear. Let's get the crap out of me. Oh yeah. Here's something that I learned recently after returning from my trip to Mexico. Just because I looked it up online. But did you know if you cut up bars of Irish Spring and put them in a bowl, like just cut them up and put them in a bowl, and then put that bowl like on a table while you're outside, it will repel mosquitoes and stuff like that. And it's supposed to like work against flies too. I don't know how much this works because honestly I don't spend a lot of time outside, and by the time I figured this out, or not really figured this out, but learned this, we were already leaving, so I didn't get a chance to try it out. But if anyone has an issue with that, like an issue with flies or insects and stuff like that, try that out and let me know how it goes. Because I told them to try it out after I left. I was like, hey, you know, you have to try this thing since y'all are having an issue with those flies and stuff, those insects. And they're like, okay, we'll try it out. I don't know if they did, but in theory, but maybe they solved that problem. Hopefully. So, and I'll just add highlights for this one. Times, wow, 6:39. Yeah, I'll stay on for a little bit longer. I don't really have anywhere to be. Yeah. And we'll make that rounded. You know, I don't know why I thought of this, but with the schedules and stuff, part of the reason why I'm releasing them late is because I don't know what I want to play and stuff. I'm never sure. But I saw recently one of my Oshis release their schedule, and it was like, this day, streaming from this time to this time, to be decided. And I was like, oh, that's a thing you can do? You can just like, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna stream, but I'm gonna stream something. So be sure to stick around. And well, on the one hand, I'm like, I should start using that. Then I won't have an excuse to release them late because I'm like indecisive. But on the other hand, it's like, well, if I start doing that, then all of my streams will be to be decided. And that would be no bueno. And then reduce the opacity. Well, I don't really want to do that. Yeah, let's just go bold. It'll be fine. Ooh, I need to do it on top of the layers. Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Let's see if I can figure out. Yeah, okay, it's just on the edges. I wonder how many of y'all knew that. So I know it exists, but I forget how exactly. But yeah, I got little red streaks. Y'all see that? In my eyes. I'm trying to like make it visible. I don't want to move the model too much, but that's too bright. It needs to be like more softer, more desaturated. I'm tempted to just like sit here and start drawing, but that's not very streamer of me. Nah, I'll get off in a little bit. And that's not me procrastinating doing other stuff. No, no, I would never. I'll saturate it in the shadows. It's just I like drawing, and so since I'm doing this while drawing, I'm like, oh, well, I'm gonna keep drawing, so I should stay home. There we go. No. We'll do from here. There we go. There we go. Okay. And then let's make this a little more saturated. There we go. Nope, too saturated. Desaturated a little. There we go. Yep, that's what I wanted. And add that. And add this here. And right here. Have you ever watched like other art live streamers paint and stuff? It's the coolest thing, especially when they have like really, really pretty painterly styles, because I don't know how they do that. And I would love to learn someday, but I don't know it now. But watching them paint, it's like literally amazing. They'll just like put stroke here, stroke there, and then boom, it looks nice. And I know it's because like color theory and stuff, but still, it's like hella impressive. There we go, and then add highlights. I need to stop stalling. And like that. Nope. There we go. I'm thinking of an audio, and y'all will be blessed to hear it. Don't let your dreams just be dreams. Do it. There's that one, and there's another one, but I don't think I should say that one. So instead, I'll say mayonnaise on an escalator. Got no time, so I'll see you later. This isn't that one neat. I like the beat of it. It's like very not jazz, but I don't know, very like not poppy either. Just like hip. It's nice. That word specifically reminds me of that Iron Giant scene where it's like, I'm cool, I'm hip. He's like, are you sure? Because this is expressing. He's like, I'm hip. Oh man, Iron Giant. Good movie, good movie. And those who are currently present and have not watched Iron Giant, this is a direct notice from me, Paprika. You need to go watch that movie. It's a great movie. It's a fantastic movie. No, seriously, it's a good movie. What you currently have in your mouth is art! Art? Nah, forget it. Forget it! So you see what I didn't use it. That's not bad. Oh man. I can't say the context of it, because then technically I would be spoiling it, but if you watch the movie, you'll understand. There we go. Bro, y'all should see my sibling draw. That, like, they're my favorite art streamer. Because, holy crap, they draw so fast. I don't know how the fuck they do it. Because as you can see, I'm very, very slow. I can't do it that fast, but they're just like, boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, how did you do that? And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, how did you, like, draw everything so fast? And they're like, oh, I just drew like a normal kid. And I'm like, no, that's not normal. That's not normal. Oh, man. Oh, man. I can't wait. I don't know when I'm waiting for, but I can't wait. I'm thinking one of these days I want to do a stream of like Tears of the Kingdom, because I kind of suck at it. Like, Tears of the Kingdom is so much harder than Breath of the Wild, I feel. And I'm not sure why, because technically they're exactly the same. But it's just like they increase the difficulty by a lot. And it's probably just because I'm playing it wrong, because I love the eyes. Ah, thank you, thank you. It's... shading's good, I think. Well, just this part. I feel like I should move that a little down to make it fit. There we go. We should still do it though. Do what? The stream or what? I don't know what that dot is. I hope I don't talk too low. I know sometimes I just fall back into talking very soft, and that's a problem in the job that I work, because I answer phones a lot, and there's this one lady who calls from this other office, and she wears hearing aids, and she's like, honey, you need to talk louder, I can't hear you. And I'm like, I am so sorry. I'm trying to talk louder, but I don't want to be too loud in the office. But yeah, no, it's okay. Tears of the Kingdom has gotten so much harder than Breath of the Wild, and I'm not sure why. They have the same like general concept and stuff, but it also might be because I'm playing it wrong, because I feel like I followed the story a lot more in Breath of the Wild, and in Tears of the Kingdom I'm just kind of like vibing, having the time of my life, which is great. But okay, I want to say I've had the game since release, but I haven't had a lot of time to play it. So I've only played it like maybe, if I aggregated all of my time spent on that game, maybe like 4 hours max. And I've had it for a while. So I haven't had a lot of time, but also I'm still at 4 hearts. Which is the amount that you start off with. So I get one-shotted by everything. Let's see. Iron Giant is a good movie. It is. And the animation too, I like it. The art style. It's cartoony, but like you can very much see the influence of like just real world and stuff. I don't know, it's like realistic but in a cartoon way, which is weird. But I really love the art from it. Ugh, I don't like that. Yeah, no, I don't like that at all. Let's go back. Dang it. Okay. Oh. I did a bad thing. Oh well. I'll figure it out. Have y'all ever collected art books from like movies that you liked? Because art books are amazing. I have one for this game that I used to play. And you're gonna see a trend whenever I say, oh yeah, I used to play this game. It's called the Arcana, and if anyone knows, I will say nothing further towards anything. I will never acknowledge any allegation. But that... oh yeah, I have the art book to that game. I was like, what was I talking about? Oh man. Ugh. Well, it does look good from afar. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Oh well, I'll move on and then come back to it later. That's too high. Let's restart. Right there, right there. Yeah. No, it's a little too blue. I want to desaturate a little. And that's too desaturated. Maybe I need to make it more blue. Ooh. Nah, I don't like it. No. Join me in the dark side. Oh my gosh. I know that's like a line from the Star Wars movie because I've heard it quoted before. But I don't know which Star Wars movie because I am aware that there are multiple Star Wars movies. And I don't know which character said it because I don't know any of the characters. Aside from maybe Princess Leia, And just because she's like the only female character that I remember. And not necessarily because I'm like, oh, more female characters. I don't care enough. But I just know it because like she has the little space bun hair, and that sticks around in my memory. Because I'm like, oh yeah, she's that girl from Star. I was about to say Star Trek, Star Wars with the hair, the space bun hairs. There we go. And then I know she's like the sister to Luke Skywalker. And then the dad of Luke Skywalker is Darth Vader, who's Anakin, I think? Maybe? And that's honestly all I know. I know Yoda exists. And no one really knows what he is. And the creators don't really like want to say what he is. And that the Baby Yoda thing, I think it's called, what was it? It was like, not the Stormwalker, what the hell? And I'm thinking Stormtrooper, but I know that's not right. But I was gonna say the Paladin. I don't remember what it's called, but that one show where it's like the guy with the helmet or whatever, and he's like taking care of Baby Yoda or whatever. It's supposed to like disclose that he's like a race of things, and I think only one of them can exist at a time. I could be wrong. I could just be fully making this stuff up. Obi-Wan Kenobi didn't tell you what happened to your father. No, I am your father. Oh, those are direct lines, aren't they? I think I've seen the clip before. There's like... It's like, oh, I don't know what happened to my dad. My dad died. And he's like, no, he's alive. I'm him. I would know. I'm him. And let's make the highlight over here. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drink some water, because it's been like a couple of hours since I last drank water, and that's no bueno, and that would explain why my throat is kind of hurting. Not in a very bad hurt, but in a, oh wow, you feel the pressure and a lump in the back of your throat hurt. Eh. Lukewarm water. Oh, gross. Man. But that did soothe my throat a little. Speaking of soothing throat, you ever tried Dum Dums, specifically the bubblegum flavor? Ugh, chef kiss. I mean, I don't want to say I would kill for one, but they're hella good. They're hella good. And yeah, if you haven't tried them, definitely give them a try. I see them every time I go to a doctor's office, and like me and my siblings, we like rummage through the jar in hopes of finding a bubblegum one, because they're good. That one and the strawberry, or the watermelon, and or the orange flavors. My favorite. There we go. I don't like lines on those. What layer am I on? I think that I'm on the right layer. Do line. Line. That was line. Let's see. You know what this reminds me of? So at one point I took this sculpture class, right? And in that sculpture class, for the final project assignment, and I really like this assignment, it would be really fun to do with friends and stuff. So what we did is that we were grouped off, right? And like it was pairs, and you had to write down what you could remember about a childhood toy that you had, but you couldn't look up pictures. You couldn't like look up like, oh, I know it was like a Star Wars robot or something like that, and like look it up and be like, that's what it looked like. You couldn't do that, and you couldn't use any pictures, but you had to purely just describe it. And anything that you could remember, oh, it smelled like this, it felt like this, it had this color, I think it might have been made of this material, anything that you could remember, but purely based off your memory. And you would give that to your partner. And then the assignment was whoever's like memory or whatever that you got, you had to recreate it. And for me, I had this like teddy bear that was super soft, and it was like, I think it said my first teddy bear or something like that. And it had a bunch of pastel colors, and I can't specifically remember all the colors, but I knew it had like green and blue and pink and white. And so I like kind of explained that, and it always smelled like baby powder. And I'm not sure why, because I wasn't at the age where they were using baby powder on me, and I didn't have younger siblings at the time that used baby powder, so I don't know why it smelled like that, but it was a good smell. So that was mine. And then for the person that I got, their toy was this like Easter bunny rabbit, and the way they described it to me was that it was like a pretty big stuffed rabbit, and it was like kind of in that regular sitting position. So I mean, in the assignment you couldn't draw, right? But basically what she described is that it was this like, oh man, my hand is shaking. Okay, this I could do better. Yeah, okay, so a rabbit, right? And it kind of had like this embroidered nose or whatever, kind of like that, right? And then it had like floppy ears, and it sat in that like regular, like that, and it had like kind of long arms and like that, right? Like just the average stuffed toy, that kind of pose. There we go. And then she said the inner part of the ear was pink, and so we're like the outer part of the legs, and the entire thing was like floral print. So it was all like, it was like a white fabric with like pink flowers on it, and so that's what the entire thing was, right? And so I made that, and it was so tedious, right? Because I'm not big on sewing. I'm not very good at it, but I can do it. And so I looked up like basic, what's it called? Basic textures or like patterns and stuff. And then I'm not sure how it's supposed to work whenever you look up patterns and stuff, but I just kind of like drew out my own patterns. I was like, okay, I need like 6 of those pieces to create like the full circle that I need in 3D, you know, like that or something, because like the top view. And that's what I did, and I made it, and it was pretty good. Now the only thing is I did kind of cheat, right? But the way that I cheated, so the teacher was like, as a kind of twist to this assignment, you can't use any store-bought materials, like anything specifically for that. It has to be like stuff that you find, and I know that's supposed to like make it more accessible of a project, as opposed to making us go and, you know, like buy specific fabrics and stuff, and I'm totally down with that. But also, I was excited to make this because I knew I could, and I knew if I had like the right stuff I could make it perfectly, because it was a very easy design. So I went to a thrift store and I bought like this old blanket, not really a blanket, but it was more like a bed sheet, and it had like the pattern that she was talking about. So I used that for the fabric, and then I went to Michael's to buy like these buttons. Was it Michael's, or it was like Joann's or something? And it was like these coat buttons, and I sewed those on for the eyes, and then I embroidered the actual mouth, and it came out looking so good. I was so proud of myself. But then the teacher kind of called me out whenever like we did the reveal or whatever of it on the final day, and she was like, I know some of you cheated because I don't remember having the pink floral print in my classroom. And I was like, damn, just like that, just gonna call me out. But she was like, yeah, I know, like, it's fine, it's not that big of a deal, but the reason that I said that was to kind of like, the way she said it was basically to not make people feel bad if they couldn't replicate it exactly, or come up with that good of a thing, because, you know, they didn't have the correct materials, so that's why, you know, you weren't supposed to use any. And I was just like, yeah, I was excited, so I just like bought the fabric. But I don't care. It made me happy that whenever I gave it to the person, they were like, this is exactly what it was like. This is amazing. Thank you so much. And I had like a picture of them with it. And I didn't talk to that girl the entire semester. We were not friends. And not like I didn't like her or anything. She made some pretty cool stuff, but I was just like, I am a very quiet person. So we just naturally didn't talk. And I don't know, just knowing that I recreated something for her, so much so, I mean, like, just even closely or remotely to something that she remembered. I don't know, it's a good vibe, you know? I liked it. And so yeah, that was fun. I want to do that one day with my friends. Be like, hey, let's for this Christmas, let's all make gifts for each other, but based off of, like, something that we can only describe, and, you know, it doesn't have to be made out of stuff that normally plush toys would be made out of or something like that, you know? Because the assignment was that it didn't have to be made out of traditional materials. So for the thing that I got made, the little teddy bear or whatever, they made this like little plush toy, and they used canvas to for like the material that they sewed together, and they just like painted with acrylic wash onto the canvas, and it and I mean this in a good way, right? It looks nothing like the teddy bear, but I love it so much. It's so like creepy looking and goofy, and I'm not like, oh, I like creepy things, because creepy things freak me out. But there's something so endearing about the fact that it reminds me, or it's supposed to remind me, and because I know it's supposed to remind me, it does remind me of the thing it was originally supposed to be, and that's why I love it so much. There's something so exciting about that. And so yeah. Highly recommend doing that with some friends or just for funsies, because it's nice making things. It gives you a warm heart, warm feeling in your heart whenever you make something and people are like, oh, that's amazing. Yeah, just silly ramblings. Yeah, that's good. Go ahead and do that. I don't really like it. It blends in too much. Huh? I think that's good, but I won't add it under the neck. I'll add it right here. There we go. Okay, after I finish this one, I'm getting off because I have chores to do around the house. So I need to go and get that done and stop procrastinating. Oh man, I still have laundry to put up and stuff. It's fine, but still. There we go. Nope, I don't like it. Maybe if I just follow through with the shadow here. I got like a weird flashback. I think I had a dream where I streamed one day. Because there were people that I were talking to in the supposed stream. And I know I've never collabed with anybody. So I know that wasn't something that happened. So I think I had a dream about streaming. Oh my god, and it was a while back too. It's one of those, you ever remember stuff from your dreams? That is weird, because I have a hard time distinguishing whether that was a memory from a dream that I had, or just like a genuine memory from somewhere. But I know I've never streamed before, so I know it's not a genuine memory from somewhere. So yeah, that's crazy. Okay, and yeah, that's fine. And then I'll just add a little shadow here. There we go. And then I'll just fill these a bright yellow. Okay, no bueno. This one? Nope, okay. Okay, maybe if I reference line art. Reference. And go here, do that. Okay, let me fix threshold. There we go. Should fill all of them. Well, no, because I know I miss a lot of gaps. So I'll just do it one by one. I lied to myself. Go. In the event that happened recently in Genshin, the one for, I don't know if it was specifically for Layla, but it was like, oh, I remember why I attached it to Layla. The Darshans or whatever, the one that she was representing with like astronomy and stuff, their little mini game with like the little music boxes and stuff. So pretty. I would pay, I want to say so much money, because I would be willing to pay so much money, but I don't have so much money. So I would so want to buy one like that you can like rotate the little stars and stuff. That is so cute. And then the sound that it made was like so satisfying. And basically what I was gonna say is that this song reminded me of Stars, which reminds me of that game. Very, very like train of thought-esque, but yeah. There we go. Is there a limit to the amount of emotes that you can have in a server? I think there is, right? Unless you pay. I don't want to pay. So, we'll just see what happens with the emotes. I'll just decide which ones I'll stick with, and then maybe one day I'll pay for infinite amount of emotes, if that is the thing that you have to do. Honestly, I don't know too much about it. And this one. There we go. And then let's here. Fill in those gaps that I don't like seeing. There we go. I think it's not too bad. Go down. Got the background color, that's what it would look like. I think I'll just put yellow like lining around the regular stars so that you can actually see them. Yeah. Let me turn on the background color again so that I can actually find the stars. Put that yellow again. Magnolia. The silence. There we go. There we go. There we go. You ever seen some like street names and wonder why they're named that? Because like some of them make sense, right? Like Old Country Road, okay, maybe it was, you know, like something that back in the years everyone referred to as, oh, you know, the one back by the old country road, and then like the name just stuck. And some of them it does make sense because they're named after people, like just for example, like Taylor Swift Lane, right? I don't think there's a street named after her, but you know, like something like that. It'll be names like Emmanuel Manriquez or something like that, Drive or something like that. But they like those make sense because they were named after a person. You're not really sure why. I am curious, like why did they get a street named after them? Not necessarily like I want one too, but just like I wonder why. And so those names make sense, but there's some where it's just like I don't know why they named it that. Like there's one and it's it's called Gaylord Drive. And I've seen it, and it's just like, why? I don't know. I mean, I guess like it's supposed to be like Cherry Brook Lane or something like that, like just like a very fun, cozy name. Because technically gay is supposed to mean like happy, and then Lord is supposed to be like, you know, someone in power or something, so maybe they just meant it in like general, kind of like Riverbrook Street or something like that, you know? Riverbrook Boulevard or something like that. But it doesn't make sense. Because why? I mean, I guess that's just what it is. Some names just sound nice, and so that's why they name it, because they need a name for the street. But who knows if that's the only reason. Come on, that's not a hard line. There we go. Yeah, it's fine. Gotta cope. Go. I was watching this person on TikTok live the other day, and they were just like sketching full, like, I don't know how to describe it, but you know, like those, I think it's like TSK or something like that, or K something, but basically it means like, it's an abbreviation in Japanese for sketch. It was like that type of style, and I was like, how in tarnation? How are they able to do that? That's amazing. All my sketches are like really messy, and even then they're like not that good. So I was amazed, but they were doing that and just in awe watching. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Okay. With that, this stream is over. I went like past 30 minutes over, but I hope y'all had fun sitting here with me, just vibing. And let me switch to... I'll just switch to here in the meantime. I'll like close everything down. Stop broadcasting. Okay. Damn, it was like 2.5 hours. I mean, that's honestly not that bad. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. Hope you have a good rest of your day. If y'all are going out, or if y'all aren't going out, just enjoy life as much as you can. Yeah, you can see the tracking's kind of going off. When my light dies, that's when I know I've spent too long here. So I'll see y'all. What is it, Wednesday? Yeah, so in 2 days, I will see you on another stream, and we're gonna be getting back into the Genshin grind because I have been kind of slacking off on that. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. Have a good rest of y'all day, and